Hi, hello, my name is Christina. A little bit about me. I am a mom of three. I work full time and I am just starting this journey of amigurumi. I have a little bit of background of doing crochet things um, for about 10 years now. But mainly I did things like scarves and hats and just easy things like that. But about a couple weeks ago, I want to say, I started, it might have only been a week and a half ago. I found an amigurumi pattern that was free on YouTube for a fox. And I did that, and I'll show you him. He was my first one, so go easy on me. Is this guy at his tail. And so he's a little bit wonky, but he's still cute. But I did him and I have been hooked ever since, and I'm obsessed with amigurumi now. I am doing an event today's January 10th. I'm doing an event on sorry, you can hear my dog. I'm doing an event on February 4th of being a vendor for amigurumi, so we'll see how that goes. I got a lot to do, but so far, just in these last couple weeks, I've done this guy. Excuse me. I did this little raccoon. He was a little rough too, but that's okay. Gotta start somewhere, right? And then I did the sloth. And these three were done prior to me getting the safety eyes, which is why he has button eyes and the other ones have sort of the X embroidery looking eyes that I made with yarn. So that's why they look like that. And then, let's see here. After I did those ones, I started playing around with bigger objects. So I still was getting like the amigurumi patterns, but I wanted to make more plushy style stuff. So the next one I made was, I believe, it was this one. I made this guy, and he's multicolor, so it's a smidge hard to see his eyes, but there's the eyes, and he's flat on the bottom because he's meant to just kind of sit there like this. Sideways. Here's his tail. But yeah, I just thought the multicolor was fun. He's gray on the bottom, and he was the first actual plushy type that I did. I was really proud of him. And I will say, for people that are wanting to go from the regular amigurumi yarn like this to the plushy yarn or the blanket yarn, even if you're good at counting stitches and things like that, I would suggest to start with a stitch marker with these because it's fluffier, so it's harder to see the actual individual stitches. I had trouble with that, so I had to start using them definitely for these guys, and I still do. It's probably something I'm going to use for a long while until I can get more comfortable with it. But yeah, he was my first one. And then since then, I've just been doing the plushy style like that, except for a few things that I've done here in the last few days, but I'll show you the ones I have. So I made this guy. He's a blue hippo. I love him. He's so cute and cuddly. The hippo. Next, I made this little girl, or boy, whatever you want to call him. Purple dinosaur. I love dinosaurs. I'm obsessed with Jurassic Park, so when I'm crocheting, that's one of my go-to movies to have on in the background. And then I wanted to make a cat, but I didn't know which one I wanted to make, so I made two. I made one from a pattern that was a little bit easier and then one that took a little bit longer. And the easier one was this one. So I don't know why, and it might be called this, but it just reminds me of something that you would call like a pocket cat, just because the shape, but it does still have the tail in the back. Super easy to make, worked up pretty quickly. So this would definitely be another one that I'm going to make more of for the market that I'm going to be doing, or the event. I might do more in the pink, but definitely a couple different colors for sure. So I'm going to do more of this one. And then the other cat that I made was called a loaf cat, and this one just cracks me up. Look at that. So it's almost wiener dog-ish, but here's the tail. And it's fairly large, but it's a no-sew. So technically you do have to sew, but the only thing you sew is the tail, and that's it. So everything else, you make the ears as you go up along, and you make the little feet. See the little feet down here? You make those as you go also. They're just a certain type of stitch that you insert with them as you're going. But yeah, I had so much fun with this one. And this is the blanket yarn, so it's kind of a heavier one. Just the yarn itself, not the item. This one's not, I mean, it's a little bit heavy, but not too bad. But the very last one I just finished last night. I don't like it, and I'll definitely do it different next time, but I'll still take it with me just because I don't want to waste it. I did an octopus. And it's a wonky one, but that's okay. Somebody will love it, hopefully. But this one, it has it's the coral color, and it has, you can see the little accents in it that make it kind of shiny looking. So I went to go do the legs, and I didn't space them apart enough, so I had to fit 2 of them in here. And I could have technically just left them out, but I feel like you can't have an octopus that doesn't have 8 tentacles. So I just added it, and like I said, somebody will love it. And then another thing about it too is it has kind of a pointy head, and I did look, after I got done with it, I did look up how to avoid that or how to try to fix it. So next time if I have that happen, I'm definitely gonna get that fixed. But like I said, somebody will love it, I'm sure. It is a little bit heavy just because of the yarn and then how much I stuffed it, but yeah, that's what I have so far. And then the thing that I've been working on that I've made a couple of is I went, and even though I love the plushies, I'm kind of getting obsessed with the Amigurumi food. And so I made this guy, kind of hard to stand up, and then this one. So it's a little set, but I'm not done with it. The book that I got the patterns from has a whole food set in it. So it has these, it has, right now I'm working on a corn dog for it, and it has French fries, a drink, a pretzel, onion rings, chips and salsa, and then it also has the guacamole and the mortar and pestle thing. So I really want to make those too, but I don't know how something like this will sell at a market, or if it even will sell. But I see them more as going as a set, so they'll be a little bit more pricey than just a regular item. But at the same time, I don't think they'll be that much more. I don't think I will price them that much more than, say, like the cat, just because they're smaller and they didn't take as much time. So I don't know. We'll see. There's different ways I can set it up. I just need to decide on how I want to set them up as a set and how many pieces I want in a set and things like that. I just got a pattern today of Baby Yoda, and it's going to be a smaller version of Baby Yoda. So I'm going to be doing that. We'll see how that goes. I just want to make, I know in my area, it's not the most, how do you want to say that? I don't want to say high class because that's just rude to say, but we're not the most, we don't like to spend a lot of money on stuff. And that's me included. Okay, baby, good job. And that's me included. So, I mean, I'm not going to go somewhere and spend $50 on this. You know what I mean? So having the smaller items I think will be better for my area, just because I think more people will be prone to buy them, as well as the kids coming to the event. They'll be more prone to saying, you know, okay, I'll get it for this amount since it's not super expensive. And, you know, you got to price it for your area. I'm thinking I have one, I think I have the fox on my Etsy right now. It hasn't done anything, but I don't know if I'm going to put more on or if I'm just going to sell at the event and then whatever I have left I'll put on Etsy. But the pricing will be different that way. So yeah, that's what I have so far. I will give an update on more things that I'm doing, and then also an update on when the event comes. I'm super excited for it. I'm just very nervous just because I've never sold anything like this before. But we'll see how it goes, I guess. Just trial and error. And then I got, like I said, I got the Baby Yoda pattern that I'm going to be doing. And then I kind of want to get into a little bit, and I know it's a little bit more tedious and more work, but doing the Amigurumi dolls. I got 2 patterns for dolls, so I'm going to see how those go. But for right now, I'm going to focus on making more of these items, the plushie type things. So I'm going to make more whales. I feel like whales will sell. I think the little kitty that I had, the pocket one, will sell pretty well. The dinosaur, the hippo. But yeah, I'm curious just to see how everything does, honestly. But yeah. So if you guys have questions or anything, let me know. Like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see how everything goes. Have a great day. Bye.